All right, everyone. Good morning. We are here at Conquer Ninja Burnsville for the 7 and under UNAA Area Qualifier. They have the competitors just walk through the course with their coaches here, and we're about to start off with our first runner, Maya. And so, of course, a little bit similar if you were tuning in yesterday to the live streams. So some similar obstacles to them, but some of them shortened up or made a little bit easier. So there are a total of 10 points that our competitors can get, with 9 obstacles total, with one of them being a 2-point obstacle, that being the Devil's Pipes. Mia here starting off on the rolling steps here, making her way ever so gracefully through it, clearing that obstacle. Nice job there. That first obstacle there, they got to kind of run across those angled rolling steps without falling off, touching the carpet there. That second obstacle there is the Parkour Run. Start the time here for you folks. The Parkour Run, they kind of have to run across the different blocks and stuff and make it to the next pad there. Maya here got a little tripped up on the sliding ring, so she must didn't quite get a big enough pullback to make it to that third ring there. But now she is on to the Devil's Pipes. This obstacle here, 2-point obstacle, so once they get to the top, once they touch that very top icicle, that will give them their very first point. Right there, boom, 1 point. And then once they make it down and dismount onto the dismount pad, they will receive her second point, which Maya looks like she's doing pretty well here to get to that. Good grip strength out of it's not Mia. My apologies. It's early in the morning for me, and reading is difficult sometimes. This one here is the ring trapeze. So this obstacle here, you start out on the flying squirrel there, but then you must lâcher over to those rings that are on the trapeze bars and kind of slide around a little bit. She was not quite able to get that one there, but moving on to the rolling log. Last night, that one there was called the roadblock, as it had a block, a kind of circle pad blocking them in the middle there. For the 700s here, this one is just a spider climb here. Oh, very close for Mia. Yesterday, this one was the Spider Jam, and you'll see later on today it will become again the Spider Jam, where there are some barriers in the way that our competitors must make their way around as they spider climb through. You're now on to the Wingnuts here. Pretty difficult obstacle actually for 7-year-olds, but this course ain't no joke, folks. This is the UNAA Area Qualifier. This ain't your Joe Schmo no-show qualifier. Some of the top ninja athletes competing this week. This one here, the cane lane. Oh, just missed the grab there. That obstacle there. We'll need to jump to the cane there and then to make the dismount, but Mia pulling off a strong run there, a 5-point score, and a time of 2:02.75. Next on the course here, we got Ariana, followed by Drew. In our 7 under division here, we have a total of 9 competitors. Then after the 7 under group here at around 10 o'clock will be the 9 and under division. Right after. Ariana getting, oh, not quite able to stay up on those rolling steps there, falling off there. That's a-okay. Going through the parkour run. Ooh, keeping her feet up. Good. Big jump. Clearing the parkour run. And now on to the ring slider. Not quite making it through the ring slider there, but she's on to Devil's Pipes there. For the scoring system, for some of you who are new to Ninja or some of the different competitions, or many different styles of competitions. So for the UNAA qualifiers here, the way the scoring works is you get a point per obstacle, or sometimes we have a 2-point obstacle like this one here. So once you touch that icicle there, that was the first point of the obstacle. And if you happen to fail an obstacle, though, you get to move on to the next one to keep getting points. But once you have failed 3 obstacles total, your official run and scoring is over. Though if they do happen to fail 3 in a row here, we are allowing them to finish off their runs so they can get the full experience of the competition. Ooh, look at that hold there. Big, big kicks out for her here. Going to need to build up that swing to make that reach. Yeah, makes the reach over to the ring. Nice. Holding on strong. Building up just off of 1 ring. And makes the dismount. Very, very nice. And already on the rolling log, but was not quite able to stay up on that rolling log. But she's now making her way through the spider climb here. Pushing hard. Oh, could not quite stay up. At such a young age, it's also a difficult obstacle with size becomes a very much needed aspect of that obstacle. The smaller you are, the harder the reach is for that. Just like this one too. It's a big reach over for these young kids here. Well, a lot of them have been still even training for a few years as well. So they, I think you're going to see some surprises out of some of the kids here today of what they can actually accomplish. The last obstacle here is the cane lane, so she'll be able to jump out to those rings there, and then there's a cane hanging on the lache bar after these. So you're going to hold on to that cane there. Oh, cannot quite make the reach to it. Very nice run out of Ariana. Moving her into second place right now with 4 points scored and a time of 2:13.01. Up next here is Drew, making that first obstacle look easy. Drew looking to be one of our taller 7 and under athletes here. Gonna need a bigger run up though off of that first platform to reach that ring. Gets it here. Big pull here is on the ring. We'll have our first 7 under finisher of the ring slide here. Just need to get onto that ring and then you slide down the pipe to make it to the dismount pad. Already on to the devil's pipes here, making quick work of those. And getting the first point with that ice cold touch there. Building up his swing as he reaches across. Coming on down. Reaching on. Gotta build a little bit of shade. That pad is just a little bit farther away. Now running on over to the ring trapeze. So far, a perfect run here out of Drew. Looking to have a strong run here. Should be able to actually just reach out to those rings, which is a little bit, you know, at least safer than Leshane to it both hands. As you, you know, if you happen to miss the grab there, you can always go back to the flying scroll that you're still on. Again, here we'll probably reach out, yep, to that ring there, and we'll build his swing up and make the dismount. Drew there with Coach Casey, hailing from the Burnsville gym here. Ooh, could not quite make it across the rolling log. Oh, and looking like he actually missed the dismount on the ring trapeze. But still working on points here. Only 2 fails so far. So able to make it past these last 2 obstacles. Drew will have a very nice run for him in the books. The Wingnuts here proving you gotta kind of build a nice sideways swing up. Ooh, not quite able to work that up. A couple different techniques you can kind of do for those Wingnuts there, you know, as he had both hands on both sides, could try to, you know, jump to the next one with that there. You can also get both hands on the front side and try to reach out to it if you have the reach for it. But for the 7 and unders here, sometimes they're not quite tall enough to make that reach yet. Oh, Drew not quite able to make it to the cane there, but still a very nice run. That's going to move him into first place there with 6 points scored and a time of 2:33.65. Up next here on the course, we got Margaret, and then followed by Andrea. Oh, not just starting there, but not quite able to make the jump over to that second rolling step there, but making her way through Parkour Run. Big kickoff, makes a reach. Big pull. Margaret here hailing out of Obstacle Academy for Coach Sam there. I think he will be competing later tonight. She's gonna need a big pull here. And we'll slide on through. Ooh, did not quite make the dismount there. Still holding on, so see if she'll be able to actually build her swing up. This here is a tricky obstacle actually, where you really need to go right on your first slide when you do your pull through. If you miss that dismount, it's not really a way to recover of how much it slides around. Margaret here moving her way through the double steps here. One point here for the double steps for her. Now just needs to make her way on down. Usually the second point here, most athletes would agree is the easier part of it. Just going down is much easier than going up. Margaret there with the, looks like the nickname of Tiny on the back of her shirt there. Building her swing up, able to make that reach to the first ring trapeze there. Opting to reach out to the right side first and make sure, see if she makes the dismount here. Important part of Ninja is always making sure you stick your dismount. You can make it through the obstacle, do all the hard parts, and then slip up a little bit and don't quite make the full dismount transition. You can easily lose a point, which is not quite big enough, for we're able to hold on for the spider climb there. Now working her way up to the Wingnuts. She's got about 1:15 left in the course here. This is a 4-minute time limit course. And again, the way the scoring works is you get a point per obstacle. Sometimes there are 2-point obstacles like the Devil's Pipes. And then it is your, if you happen to fail obstacle, you move on to the next one. And then it's your time within how many points you get, and then your time to determine the rankings. And also, after your third fail, your official run ends. Ooh, held on there. Need to build up a little more swing here. She'll need to probably actually go with both hands. Jump out and let's shade it. Oh, holding on still. She's a fighter. She doesn't want to give up yet. But she's going to need to. It's not quite a reach for her. It's a little too far away. She's going to need to commit with both hands, I think, to make this transition. Oh, so close. For Tiny there. 10 seconds left in the course. Try to finish this one off here. Needs a big jump. Oh, timing out on the last obstacle there. Very nice run out of Margaret, moving her into third place with 5 points scored and a time of 2:32.23. For the times there, folks, so the official time that you get is based off of the last obstacle that you completed. So, you know, you're not penalized for going on any farther and stuff from the last obstacle you completed. So even though, you know, she timed out there on the last one, her official time for rankings reverts back to whenever she completed her last obstacle. Andrea's up next, followed by Adeline. We're about halfway through our competitors here so far for the 7 and unders. Seven under is a new division added this past year or past season. Used to be only 9 and unders, and then the other divisions up. There we go, making our way through the parkour, starting it off. Going to need a big jump here. Big jump to the pad. Very nice, clearing the parkour there. Going to need a bigger kickoff here, though. Making that reach there. Very nice of Andrea. Got those big rings. She's going to come back. Hopefully it swings back to her. There she goes. Yep. Grabbing onto those. Ooh, I don't know if that'd be quite big enough. Ooh, it was. Big reach out of her. She'll need to slide and jump at the end. Oh, not quite able to get that there. Keep moving on though to the Devil's Pipes. Her swing got a little sideways there for that pipe slider, so didn't quite, you can see sliding down there. Was not quite on line with the pad. Making strong work of the Devil's Pipes here. Andrea here on to the ring trapeze. Having just cleared both the Devil Pipes points, so that's good for her. Making the reach out to that first ring there. Oh, hung up a little bit. Trying to reach up to that second ring. There she goes. Able to now start building up her swing. Big reach out of Andrea here. And again, need to go and reach up to that ring. And match both hands onto the same one here. Ooh, there she goes. Needs to build that kick up. Make that dismount onto the pad. Oh, not quite able to make the dismount. And clears the rolling log. Spider climb here. Making our way through. Pushing hard. A little bit taller, so able to keep some of that pressure on. This one very, very height specific. Clearing the spider climb. Now moving on to what I consider probably the two hardest obstacles of this course here, of the Wingnuts and the cane lane. Oh, just falling off the Wingnuts there, but now moving on to the last obstacle here. She's got only about 10 seconds left though, so she's gonna need to push it here if she's gonna want to be able to do this obstacle at all. Oh, and time's out on the last obstacle there again. We're scoring 3 points and a time of 1:47.12. Adeline's up next here. No full clears yet on the course, but hopefully some of our next runners here will be able to get to that. Four more runners left in our wave here. And then make sure to stay tuned. At 10 o'clock will be our 9 and under group. And around 12:30 will be the 15 and unders. And then later tonight at 3 o'clock we'll be starting with the adults. Starting off with the 40 plus group at 3 o'clock, the amateurs at 4 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock will be the pros. And they're not quite able to make it through the rolling steps, but clears the parkour run. Now she's going to need a big kickoff here for the rings. Adeline here also hailing from Obstacle Academy. Her mom in the background there somewhere, cheering her on. Oh, not quite able to make this ring slider there. Sliding off early. Adeline here making her way to the icicle, getting that first point. Going to need to build a little bit of swing here on the Devil's Pipes to make her way across there. Big kicks out of Adeline here. Nope. Opting to go from just one side of the flying squirrel, and then making the instant transfer over to that last ring trapeze. Good job on her, but now we need to build up that swing to make the dismount here. Adeline here with about 2 minutes left in the course. We're now moving into the last 3 obstacles of this challenging UNAA course with a impressive run here so far still. Still able to acquire points, only has 2 fails so far, so as long as she makes it through here, be able to keep those points going. Big reach out here though. You can tell she is barely touching both sides, pushing with everything she got. Her mom cheering her on from the background, hoping she gets through. Oh, falling just a little bit there, almost through. But now moving on to the Wingnuts here. Adeline here, having very impressive grip strength and hanging strength. I think I've seen video of her hanging for well over 20 minutes before, which to us older people is what we would call insane in the membrane. Building her swing up on the Wingnuts there. Looking to go from the front of the Wingnut to make the reach over, or to actually, not quite able to make the jump there. Looks like she was trying to do a one-handed reach onto that Wingnut, but still a little bit too far. About 30 seconds left in the course here. Should be able to at least attempt the cane lane. Makes it onto the first part here. Going to build a big swing up here. Hold on tight to that. Oh, that cane there. Not quite able to. But a great run out of Adeline there. Moving her into 3rd place overall. 2nd place for the females, so 5 points. And a time of 2:12.95. Just 10 seconds between her and Mia for that 1st place of the females. And holding down the 1st overall spot still is Drew with 6 points and 2:33.65. Up next here we got Alex. Alex hailing out of our Conquer Eden Prairie gym location. A rising superstar in the ninja community, I would say. Very strong competitor, very quick and calculated. Making it nice and through. Makes it through the 1st obstacle there. And big jumps here, Alex, through Parkour Run. Clearing the 2nd obstacle as well. Now going to need a big swing out of this one here. Making big swings here. Alex having tremendous kind of Lachane and swinging strength for his age. Big pull, and he's right it down here and dismount. Makes the dismount. Alex, so far a perfect run. And now moving into, I would say, is his some of his strength here. These Devil's Pipes should be able to make quick work of these pipes. Choosing to do single hands all the way up a little bit of lâché here to make it over the reach over on that Devil Pipes. Very nice, Alex. Look at that swing out of Alex there. Making his coaches proud as he stopped and looked like he's going to jump out to one side of the flying squirrel there. And should be able to reach the ring right here. Big pullback, should be able to reach that next one. Nice job out of Alex. Now make sure he lines it up here, makes that dismount. Alex looking good. Clears the sliding ring trapeze. And is now moving on to already into the spider climb. Clearing that rolling log. Alex, impressive moves on the spider climb, especially for his size. But has just tremendous ninja coordination and strength. Clearing spider climb. Perfect run here out of Alex so far. We might have our first full clear of the night. Having a little difficulty getting up onto that wingnut there. His height proving to be a little bit smaller. There he goes. Gets onto it. But we'll need to work his way over to the other side of that wingnut. There we go. Getting onto that front there. But now we need to build up a big swing here. Building up a big swing. Oh, could not quite hold on to that wingnut there. But he still has just under a minute now to try to clear that last obstacle. Might be the first 7 under kid to clear the cane lane here. Big jump out here to those rings there. He can do this here. Seen him do it many times before. Makes that reach. Big lâché out of Alex here. Look at that power as he swings on up. Got plenty of swing. Oh, could not quite hold on to the cane there, but very, very impressive run out of Alex. That is going to move him into first place with 8 points scored and a time of 2:23.70. Two more competitors left tonight, or tonight, this morning. I don't even know what day it is. With Finn and Oliver. And then around 10 o'clock or 10 a.m. here, we'll be starting off the 9 and under division. Here goes Finn on the first obstacle there. Oh, did step down onto the carpet. Did not quite make that first one there, but now moving on to the parkour run. Big jumps out of Finn. Makes it through the parkour run.
Let me grab her.
And onto the sliding rings. Makes that first reach there. Awesome job out of Finn. Oh, misses that second ring there.
It's only staff for every reason.
Oh, yeah.
Finn having a little bit of trouble there on the rings to make it to that third one. You need a big, big pull out of these. Oh, makes that reach there to that third one. Finn looking good. One more here onto that slider one. We need a big pullback here, though. Not quite able to make the dismount for the ring slider, but he's already moving on to the Devil's Pipes. These kids proving even these Devil's Pipes, usually years before might have been a difficult obstacle even for some of the older kids, but these young kids training since they, were probably 5, proving that they can, they're going to accelerate this sport, become something even more in the next few years here. Getting that first point there on the devil's pipes, but then opting to drop down and then move on to the next one here. Big kicks out Finn here. Not quite able to make the dismount for the ring trapeze there. Clearing the rolling log though. And now into the spider climb. This one here in the 9 and under division here will be slightly different. It'll be called the Spider Jam. We'll have a few kind of barriers that our 9-year-olds will kind of need to get around as they go through it. If you were tuning in yesterday, you have seen some of that as well too. Finn working on the Wingnuts there. This one here proving very difficult for the 7 and unders. Fifteen seconds left here on the course here for Finn. Try to become one of our first people to beat this cane lane. Oh, not quite able to beat the time there for it. But nice run out of Finn, getting him 2 points and a time of 1:50.79. Our last runner of the 700 division is Oliver. And then we'll be taking a short break here as we set up the course for the 9 and unders, and then getting them going just a little bit after 10 o'clock. Oliver missing out on the rolling steps there, but making it through the parkour run, now starting to build up his swing on the ring slider here. Oliver hailing out of the Conquer Woodbury gym with his coach Scott there. Ooh, getting a little sideways, but makes the dismount there on the ring slider. That one there, as you slide through, if you happen to miss that first dismount, you're pretty much not going to make the dismount anymore with how that obstacle works, needing that that slide into the mats there. Makes his way down to Devil's Pipes and clears both of the points there. Oliver climbing his way up onto the ring trapeze. Oh, could not quite make the dismount there. Went a little early. Oh, need to start on the pad there. He did not touch the sides yet here. Oh, but then falls down the sides there, so did fail the rolling log. Was able to hold himself up there for just a little bit. For the 7-9ers group, that obstacle, hands and feet are allowed, as will the 9-9ers. Once we get into the adults division tonight, that obstacle will become a lower body only obstacle. Clearing the spider climb for Oliver. Has plenty of time here, just under 2 minutes to clear these last two obstacles. So breezing through the course. Ooh, not quite able to make the reach over. You're going to need to build up a little bit more swing. Oh, falling off the wingnuts there. But we'll see if we can get a finisher of this last dastardly obstacle of the cane lane. This one, even for the older groups, proving to be quite the tricky obstacle. Oh, not quite able to make it over there, but very impressive run out of Oliver. That one would give him 4 points and a time of 1:07:33. Moving into 6th place overall. So for the 700 division for the males, our top 3 are Alex, Drew, and Oliver. And then for the females, top 3 comes out to be Mia, Adeline, and Margaret. Very nice job out of our competitors. So those who are in the top 50% of their age and gender brackets will move on to the regionals. Regionals, then the top 3 get to move on to the national finals. Conquer will be hosting a regional sometime probably around May. So make sure to keep an eye out for that if you have qualified for regionals at another location, or if you qualify here today or yesterday for it. And we will see you then. We're going to take a short break here, folks, to switch out the course for the 9 and unders. And we will be right back with that.